a lot of homicides.
Rock your hard hat black as you in the terror zone.
Come from, you can choke from the gun smoke.
From the other side of town. I'm 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 from the other side of town.
There's a lot of homicides.
Rock your hard hat black as you in the terror zone.
Where I'm from, you can choke from the gun smoke. Yeah.
I'm from the other side of town.
There's a lot of homicides.
Ain't no hope in ain't no hope in the streets. You broke, you sell dope.
I'm from the other side of town. 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 I'm from the other side of town.
What's going on, world? I'm Tone Capone, and I'm just checking in with you all the way down from Tampa, Florida. What I want to do in my free time during the corona, the pandemic, the quarantine and everything, just reach back home and talk to some of my artist friends that are still doing work out there and wherever they're at now. Because it's one thing, I'm down in Tampa, like I say, but I'm from a small town in the middle of Kansas called Junction City. And where I'm from, we like to reach back out and help each other out. You know, it's always once a Blue Jay, always a Blue Jay, pretty much. So I got one of my homies on the line. I haven't seen you or talked to you in at least 10 years, bro. So it's good to see you. We got the homie OG Tech on the line. Let's go ahead and say what's up, everybody. Say hello to OG Tech, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's happening, bro? What's happening? Yeah, it has been a minute, man.
It's been a long minute, man.
Yeah.
A long minute, man. How you been doing?
Hey, just living, man. Just trying to stay COVID free and out the way, man. That's about it. You know, doing the
Is it
family
bad up
thing.
there or what?
Oh yeah, it's bad in North Carolina. We're one of the states, man, that got some high rate of people that had the virus. So, we kind of just trying to do what we can do on our end, staying masked up, washing the hands and all that good stuff, man, and staying out the way, bro.
Down here in Florida, it's been like 10,000 cases a day, bro. Like the last week, we probably had probably like 70,000 people popping up with the Rona. It's crazy down here right now.
Yeah, man, them old folks stay home. See, they thought it was the old people. Now it's the young folks getting it because they being out in the street.
Because they've been bold and out. Yeah, the whole thing, man. There ain't been no leadership about it at all, man. Like it's been pretty crazy. Like I know a few bar owners because what I do. Like we have different venues we work with and stuff, and they've been closed the entire time. And because they're trying to follow the instructions, they were the first to close, the last to open back up. And then like a couple days right before they were about to open back up, one of the employees ended up being in contact with somebody that had the Rona. So they didn't even get to open up. So they're taking on loans and all this stuff, trying to renovate and be ready to have customers come in. And then they still got shut back down, man. It's bad. It's sad times for small business.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot of businesses, man. Real bad. It's going to hurt a lot of them, bro. And it's bad too, because a lot of people put a lot of money into these stores and restaurants like you was just talking about, man, and trying to bounce back, especially these employees that was working there, but I mean, we got to try to tough it out, man. It's definitely crazy times, bro.
Unwritten. It's like a bad sci-fi movie is what it feels like, man. Like, like for real. But nah, man, what I like to do, like I said, I wanted to reach back out to people and just see how everybody's living, see what you guys are up to. So just to begin with, man, like tell people about Junction City, man. Tell people about the town.
So Junction City, man, I got there in '96, and Man, it's definitely a small town, man. Like a very small town. Um, like literally, man, you could probably get through the whole city in a big block, man, in probably about 15 good minutes, man.
Easy,
But
easy.
but I think a lot of people, man, get Kansas kind of mixed up, thinking like it's on some some Wizard of Oz shit, man. There's some real good, solid people out there, man. Especially Junction City in that little town. I met a lot of great people out there, man. You know, Junction City was pretty bad back then in '96, man. When I was in there in high school, especially with the gangs, it was a few people that did music. It wasn't a lot of people back then. It wasn't a lot of people that was trying to rap. Everybody
Right.
stayed in their lane at that time. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little city, bro. I was there for 7 years, and then I moved out here to North Carolina.
Okay. Where were you at before you got to the jump?
I was before Junction City, I was in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to school at Louisville High outside of Augusta, and then we came there.
Okay. Okay. So you remember where you lived at in JC at all?
I do. I was out in a small town called Milford, man. I was out in the country, bro.
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
was out in the sticks, bro. I hated it out there, bro.
I hate Milford, though.
Man,
I hate
I
Milford, though.
remember crossing. I think it was a long bridge, man. You had to go across this long bridge, man. If I ain't mistaken, man. It's been a minute, but yeah, I hated staying out there. Then I stayed in Junction City off of Jefferson Street.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, man. I was out there in Westwood on the hill, man, getting it in my whole
mhm.
time. And I love my town, man. But I'm actually from JC. Like my parents met, like my dad was in the military, got stationed out there, and my mom met
Right.
him, and that's how all that started. But before that, my grandpa and my grandma were stationed out there. So we got out there from the military back in like '62 is like how far my family go back out there. So
Okay. Okay.
it's just when I go back now, like when's the last time you've been back?
It was probably about. I think the last time we was out there, man, me, Diamond G, and Killer B, we did a tour out there, man, and we did like 4 cities. And the last show we was at, is it called Club Eves?
Hmm.
Is it Eves? Yeah, that's what
I
we
know
ended
y'all
up
tore
at.
that up.
Oh yeah, man. Everybody
Yeah.
came out, man. It was, man, we had a blast, bro. And I stayed back. My homeboy went back to Leavenworth, and I ended up staying in Junction City because I wanted to see the town and shit, man. So
Yeah.
we got up early that morning. I had to catch the plane back, but Chris Reed took me around the city and showed me everything, and then
Good
we shot
peoples,
out to
man.
Leavenworth, and then I had to get on to Kansas City. So yeah, it was a good time, bro.
I hate going back now, man, because like I see stuff that was closed when we were there is still
Mhm.
standing but still closed. Like it doesn't seem like there's any type of direction or any
Right,
plan for JC, and that was before the pandemic. So I can only imagine it right now, man. But
right,
I'm just like riding through. Like I'm from Westwood, like I said, man. So I'm riding by the Westwood Quick Shack, which has been closed since
right, right, right.
probably like '94, '93 or something, and that thing's still sitting there. It's just like, bro, like we got all these vacant houses and stuff because they thought
Yeah,
all the military people was gonna be moving in. That didn't happen. And it's just like, man, it seems like a ghost town compared to '96, especially, man.
right.
Like back in the '90s was probably the heyday for the junk, and we got it in back then, man. But boy,
Oh
it's
yeah,
completely different right now. Completely
yeah.
different, man. So let's talk about music, man. I know you. Let's matter of fact, hold up. What happened to the Little Tech?
I'm old now, bro. I see you done grade up and all that,
All the
man.
way, bro. All the
Hey, I
way.
had to let it go, man. So and it's crazy because even now a lot of people know me for Lil Tech, and I held on to it as long as I can.
Hmm.
And I had to let it go. Everybody was calling me OG Tech, so I just said I was gonna run with it. And
Yeah, at that age now.
yeah, but now it's
At
still
that
it's
age.
still people that when they looking for me, they see OG Tech, they think it's a new artist.
Hmm.
And now I have to put on formerly known as Lil Tech on everything, so they'll know who it is. But yeah, that was the reason for the change up, man. I think
Be
Lil
like
Wayne
that
need to go ahead
sometimes.
and do the same thing too.
Wayne should have been did that shit, man. Jeezy did it. Jeezy did it what, like 5, 6 years ago, man. Like Wayne
Hmm.
should have been did that shit.
Yeah. So
But what's up with the music out there? Man? I see you working. What is? Let me see. Thug Status ENT.
Yeah, those status in ENT, man, was something that I had started like I want to say, man, I might have had it going back in Junction City. It was just me, um, right around when I was about to leave out.
Okay.
Um, you know, I had a lot of artists at one time. Some people came, some people left. What I was trying to do at the time is try to help artists that wanted to be heard. I was trying to invest in people, and even at the time, I had started rapping myself and just started putting all my energy into artists. But
Hmm.
a lot of the artists really, I ain't gonna say wasn't producing at the time, but when I
They
really
weren't
had it
ready
going,
for it.
right, there was a lot of them was just going through stuff, divorces, jail, um, I mean, health issues. It was just a lot of stuff. And that's when I knew I had to come back to do music because if not, man, my label would have went all the way down. So I
Hmm.
just took the G move and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just start back rapping, man. So here I am
It's
today.
like that sometimes. So no, I've had a few, more than a few, man. I've been doing shows out here for 6, 7 years now, as far as like putting artists on and shows. So I
Mm,
deal with a lot of egos out here, bro. So I
mm,
understand how it feels like to try to manage the egos at the same time, man. Some people think that they're ready, but they don't understand the actual work that
right.
goes in to putting on some quality. And that's one thing I can't stand, bro. Like people, like I had somebody the other day, man. They sent me. We did an interview that I didn't even want to do. Like this is like one of the radio shows. Like the first time I'm on the radio show on FM, and we were covering for somebody, and oh, we were supposed to interview this person. Can you guys interview him? I was like, yeah, whatever, whatever, because I've never heard of him. But they come
Right.
on the interview. First thing they talking about, yeah, I'm the hottest in the city, such and such and such, and I cannot. As soon as I hear that, I'm tuning you out, bro. Like,
Right.
and I haven't
Right.
heard from this dude since then, man. Like, it's like, all right. Like, what's your name? He had a name that somebody else had, you know what I'm saying, that somebody very known in the music industry
Whoa.
has right now. I'm just like,
Damn.
bro, like, how can you function when your name is the same as this dude's name? You're the
Right.
hottest in the city, but you ain't got nothing to show for it, man.
And
I
plus, it
don't
ain't
know.
got your own name.
Ain't even got your own name, bro. Like, it's just so confusing to me, man. But what's Doug's status, man? What projects y'all got coming? I know you got some singles dropping. I know I saw a project of yours coming too.
Yeah. So it's a 3-part album. We got Before the Wait, During the Wait, and The Wait Is Over. Um, and it's gonna take you through the transition of getting to The Wait Is Over, all the things that I'm going through. And then I'm gonna just give you that heat. Along with that, I got my new single that's gonna be dropping, Walk Away, with Brain Sick Artists. And I got my homeboy On Point on that. And then I got another single, Reflections, with my homeboy Gold Rush. Gold Rush is a well-known producer down in Florida, down your way. He produced for like Trick Daddy, Bone Thugs, Pretty Ricky, and a lot of artists down there.
Okay.
Outside of that, we got Red Boss. He's still doing this thing. He's gonna be dropping his album. Um, and man, my homeboy Man out of Atlanta. I do have other artists, but I'm letting them take their time. Like I said, I'm not holding hands this time. I'm just kind of letting all these artists just whenever they're ready, just let me know. But right now, I'm just gonna try to be the forefront of the label, and then I'm gonna just keep marching. Hopefully, that's a little bit motivation for the team, also. So
We was just talking about this in an interview just a moment ago, man. Like Nelly and the Lunatics. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Like you need somebody to get that foot in the door, and then you bring everybody else along.
bring
So
everybody else along, right, and then also, man, when you do it that way, that motivation is there. They see you doing it, and that bring their motivation up. But I felt when I had stopped rapping, and I was trying to depend on them, they didn't have that guidance and really didn't have that I don't know what word I'm
the
looking, that
hunger.
drive. Yeah, that hunger,
Hmm.
because they saw the head of the body that mainly does the rapping kind of step back to push them. So I had to reverse the role and get back out there. So
Sometimes people got to see other people do it in order
right.
to get it done. So I can dig it, man. That's kind of a perfect leeway into Walk Away. I have it right here queued up. So go ahead and set this song up for me, man. Let me go ahead and play some music of yours that way people
Before you
know.
before you play that one, it's
Um,
OG Tech song "Walk Away" featuring Seaway from Brain Sick. We got On Point, myself, OG Tech. This is the first time it's being played on the air right here.
Woo! Exclusive right here, man. This is book 6 of the Junction City Chronicles. Let's get it.
I done been through so much pain, you see it in my eyes. And I ain't got time for nonsense, hating I despise. When it come down to my team, you know we down to ride. So watch your mouth and walk away before you die, I
just hope we had to fight the most, but minding that we keep it nice and close. Kinda eye it like a rubber-scope. Find the fire, start to run the notes. My desire like to press the dope, and they gon' line up like it's time to vote. I'ma help you make it through the maze. Kinda cold, it's time to find a coach. I don't throw, I grab a brick and bill. I don't hope to help, I sitting still. Still looking to find a better day. Iron with the will and thick as steel. Hit the field and put my people on. Do right if what you believe is wrong. Deep within we keep the feeling strong. We struggling but that won't be for long. And I got no time for the shenanigans. I leave a nigga stiffer than a mannequin. I'm using pain and anger like a mannequin. Don't wanna have to kill him, so I grab a pen. Keep it independent, never have to settle. We all packing metal, send them at the devil. You should walk away before the crew was doing damage to you, knocking like you Jared Leto. Frank.
I done been through so much pain, you see it in my eyes. And I ain't got time for nonsense, hating I despise. When it come down to my team, you know we down to ride. So watch your mouth and walk away before you die,
That I really understand, I shouldn't be alive. Could've been the victim when them bullets started flying, but God was with me through the trenches of this wicked city. Pistol under my teeth, went on my grizzly, and I'm really with it. Humble nigga, but I'm undefeated. Bring a chopper, cause you're gonna need it. Violators beat the guillotine, so much pain inside, I can seal a demon. Niggas pocket watcher tryna play your partner. Every wrestler got a damn imposter. It's not an option, dog, you gotta drop it. Keep your mind conscious through the mental process. Yeah, I'm feeling violent from your broken promise. I would demolish all your simple knots, so better get from run before I knock you out. You expose your hate at the perfect time, and got the stars aligning with no limitations. Isolated while I get my paper, better walk away before you see it, Bobby. This ain't only rap, I can demonstrate it.
I done been through so much pain, you see it in my eyes. And I ain't got time for nonsense, hating I despise. When it come down to my team, you know we down to ride. So watch your mouth and walk away before you die, Got a lot of stuff on my brain and be going through so much pain and sitting in this room with the skill to the side of my temple, thinking if I drown myself in this nigga, pull the trigger, I could really get rid of my issues. Hold a lot of pain inside, you can tell that I've been through a lot by the look in my eyes. These anxiety pills ain't helping, but the doctor recommend that I take them just to calm me down. Better walk away with that nonsense. I got demons on the daily that I'm fighting with every day on some different shit, so I choose to move a little different cause I'm losing it. So I keep the pistol at close reach, lower people around me, shaking hands, still a no-no, keep that sucker shit from around me. See these fake people like to playing shit, super gangsta on the internet, till we pull up on them on the G-check, turn that shit off to shut lip tech, nigga. I done been through so much pain, you see it in my eyes. And I ain't got time for nonsense, hating I despise. When it come down to my team, you know we down to ride. So watch your mouth and walk away before you die,
All right, man. That was Walk Away right there from OG Tech.
Yeah.
Man, who else is on this song right now?
We got C-Ray from Brain Sick and my homeboy On Point from Snap Mode Click, man. Yeah.
Okay. That's what it is, man. I'm so glad I get to talk to you on the Chronicles, bro, because as long as I've known you, man, you've been just like vicious with it, man, and that hasn't let up at all. So I'm glad to see you still doing it.
Yeah, I always had that rapid fire, you know, that my style was just kind of different than most, you know what I'm saying? It was a little twist with Midwest and I don't know, man, down south, man, and it's just rapping to them hi-hats. That's all we ever rap to was hi-hats. A lot of people rap to the beat. We always rap to the hi-hats, you know.
Already. already, man. So for somebody that has not heard or does not familiar with you as an artist, man, like how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Um, Me myself, man, the topics I touch on is all pretty much reality, man. I'm gonna tell you what I've been through. I touch on subjects as far as the streets. I touch on subjects as far as the struggle, the hustle, the pain, the grind, the grit. You know, I have some that if you go in there and reach in and you pull it out, man, you know, I'm definitely gonna have something that's gonna touch on it. You know, and from then to now, I could say that I've grown a lot, you know, as far as topics, you know.
Hmm.
Um, it's just growth, man, and you won't be disappointed, I promise you.
I believe that all the way, man. I remember shit, last time I seen you, I actually left JC in '06. I've been down in Tampa since '06. So we left right about the same time, man. This is crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I had just started getting into music out there, or actually trying to do something with music out there, because I was doing music and stuff like all through college. But
Mhm.
Dewey was the one that approached me. He wanted to put a record label together. And then that's
Okay.
how we got everything kicked off back then in '05, '06. And then that's the last time I seen you, bro.
Yeah, it's been a
So
minute, bro.
it's
Been a
crazy, man. We
minute.
both been on our path, and we still on the path, and we're progressing. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's a lot of talent in JC, man. Even back
yeah.
then, when I was rapping, man, it was a few groups. I remember us, man. We was Red Rum, and then you had X March the Spot. Then you had 211. Um, you know, I know Hash was doing this thing. Weezer was doing this
Hmm.
thing. Um, you know, I just remember X March the Spot because I remember Ralph and LeVarn and them was part of that. You know, back
Hmm.
then,
And they
and
still doing it right now.
still doing it, man. That damn LeVarn, man. Um,
Beast. I hope to be
that dude
talking
an
to him on
animal,
here
bro.
too, man. But yeah,
He an animal, bro. You know, I sit back if I want to hear some hip hop, bro. I just go to his page, man, and just listen, bro. He do his thing, man. Real talk.
I
Hash
spun a
doing his
few of his
thing.
records on the FM radio, man, for real. Cause
Yeah.
yeah, Shelby doing this thing. Me and Hash grew up about a block away from each other, man. So that's family forever
Yeah, I
right
used
there.
to be
But
in
I
the
play
wood, man. I used to hang with old Kenny Ford and Johnny Campbell and
already.
yeah. Yeah, I used to be out there hanging out too, man. So oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a long time ago. A whole nother lifestyle, it seems like, man. Like especially
Yeah.
right now, man. But yeah, this is book 6 of the JC Chronicles, man. Back when you was in the junk, did you have a favorite place that you like to go to or anything
I
like that?
did. Sound Aquarium.
Hey, okay.
That was my
Okay.
spot, bro. I had to be in Sound Aquarium, man. I can't think of the two guys' names that worked in there. I can't remember, but I remember Sound Aquarium, man. Just
I'm
going in
trying to
there to
remember
put,
their names myself, but
yeah,
trust
just
me,
to put
yeah.
my tapes in there back then, man. It was just and to see them selling was big to me, man. And then I'll coming in and listening to music and all that
They
stuff.
always had
Sound
all the
Aquarium,
mixes and stuff, man.
yeah,
All the stuff from
yeah,
New York, man. We had to go there to hear any type of hip hop back then.
yeah. Sound Aquarium was my spot, bro. I love Sound Aquarium, man. It was just like a peace of mind for me right there, man. Yeah.
Did you have any favorite food places to eat there?
Bro, man, you taking me back now.
Got you,
Ooh,
bro.
damn. Um, and I can't even remember no food spots there. It's been so long, bro. It's been a
I'll tell you
minute.
mine. I'm big on Korean, man. So Busan is the main
Busan,
thing.
yeah, I knew you was gonna
Yeah,
say that. Yeah.
of course, of course. And then Peking, I've been with Peking, the Chinese restaurant, since they opened. So, like, if
Mm-hmm.
they hear my voice, like, I can call them up right now, and they know my voice, dog. They'll
Right.
know my voice and my order, and it's like
Yeah, they
30
did
years
have some. They
later, bro.
got some good food there, bro. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, those are my spots, man. I be thinking about food all the time, bro. Like, I miss the barbecues we used to have out there for real in the park,
Yeah.
man. Like, we used to get it in, especially around this time right here, like Juneteenth, sundown salute, all that stuff, man. Like last year, we actually did a show back in JC, man. Me and my DJ, DJ
Okay.
Spaceship, we went back to JC, and I had Hash and Wheeze and who else I had, man? I had Reggie Kraft and them was
Oh,
rocking.
I know that shit was lit.
Jay Miz was rocking. I know I'm forgetting somebody here. Who am I forgetting, man? Who am I forgetting? No, I think that's it right there. My homie from DC, Tone Butter, came down as well. But yeah, man, we did at the VFW, bruh,
Okay.
bruh,
It was packed.
all the way packed. The parking lot apparently was packed. I didn't even get to see half the people because they was out in the parking lot. We sold them out of drink, and when I mean drink, I'm talking about alcohol, water, juice, everything. They didn't have nothing left when we left up out that piece.
Yeah,
That
that
thing,
was a
we called
fire
it the
show.
Independence Day hangover, man. We had that thing swanging, bro. And it was just such a good moment. I was so glad to be able to do that for the town, man.
Oh yeah, man. That's how I felt when we had did our little tour, man.
Block,
It's just
Blockito,
just
that's who's the
just
other one.
it's just coming there, man. And we did that show. It was just all, and then to see all the old faces there, man.
Yeah,
So yeah, I remember Block, man. That was the little homie back day, man. Back then,
yeah,
man. I remember him, bro. Much respect for him, man.
yeah. It's crazy seeing everybody now, man, but everybody's still doing it, and that's the whole thing, man. And with that being said, actually, Wee sent me a message for you, man. He told me to tell you, you ain't shit.
He's always talking shit, man.
Always, man.
I gotta hit the little homie
Always.
up, man. Weez is a well respected artist out there, man. I give him props. Little homie done came up and lyrical as hell, man. I love seeing his progression, man, and what he's done with music out there for Junction City also, man. It was almost like passing the torch, and he just did his thing out there, man. So yeah, I'm real proud of him, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, one of the things I always be thinking about, if I would have stayed in town, like what would have happened with the music, like for everybody else too, like would we been able to get set up shop or whatever
Right.
the case may be, man. But I see everybody still grinding, and that's encouraging, man.
Yeah,
Especially the
man.
homie Demo, man. Demo's out there still doing, doing the studio, still DJing and everything out there too, man. So
That's good stuff,
it's just good
bro.
to see people still chasing dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. This is book 6 of the JC Chronicles. I'm talking to OG Tech right here, man. How old were you when you wrote your first song?
I was 14.
Yeah, what you write about?
I was 14, and it was the corniest rap I ever wrote. Um, I'm trying to remember, man, because I wrote it to I think it was like an Easy E beat, man, and it was just something about Easy E, man. When I saw that song, what's that song? I think it was Easy Does It. I think that was the one where he's in front of the stage. He was on stage rapping in front of everybody. And at that time, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I was like, man, that man got that much power to control the crowd. That's something that I definitely wanted to do. But yeah, I was 14, bro, 14 years old, and still doing it.
Is Easy the one that influenced you, or was there other people that kind of paved the way for you?
It was easy. It was
Okay.
definitely easy. And during them times, man, when I was coming up, in Georgia, man, we grew up on it was like a lot of East Coast music, but then at the same time, man, we was growing up on like they called it booty shake music back then, coming from
In
down there,
Florida.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the sound back then. I think what really transitioned and changed things over was like a rapper named Kilo, and then Outkast came out. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then they just kind of really changed it up. Especially had Tip came out and all that stuff, but yeah, that was the music that we was growing up on, man. So um to see the change in the South area of hip hop, you know, that was always good. But yeah, that was my influence was definitely Easy E, bro.
Man, believe it or not, dog, and I'm pretty sure you can respect this, bro. We actually did an interview with Big Gip from Goody Mob
Oh,
probably
big
like three
salute.
weeks ago.
I
And
met Big Gip in Junction City.
did you?
I did.
Ain't that some shit, bro?
Yo,
Ain't that some shit? But yeah, it was supposed to be like a 30-minute interview. It went for like 2.5 hours, bro. And
yeah,
one
Gip
of the things we
cool,
talked
bro.
about was when they were in New York for the awards, when the South won, and pretty
Yeah,
much how things have just transitioned since then. And hearing it from
Andre
him,
Snap.
and it's crazy, man, because you think about it, it's been 25 years.
Hmm. Yeah, we had a
And in those
show out
like,
there, man. When Goody Mob had first came out, and they had it was Goody Mob that came out to Fort Riley, and we opened up for them. And when I met him, man, he was like, man, he had all these goals in his mouth, man. He was talking to me. He's like, man, just keep grinding, man. I was like, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, he a real
Yeah,
solid cat. Yeah.
definitely, man. Definitely, Doug. Definitely, man. We had a good talk with him for real. Unexpected as hell. Like my DJ's like, yeah, we got to interview Gip. Oh shit. Okay. But I actually met Gip in Tampa when he was down here. We there was like a music convention, so I got to meet him then, and just meet him and just in passing pretty much, and then actually getting down to talk to him is just like cool experience, man, for real. So I want to know, like, when you was in JC and doing music, man, like, what type of obstacles did you have to conquer?
One, man, coming from out of there at that time, man, it was really trying to be heard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, man, that I got my first break was 1996. We was listening to a rapper named Gangsta Pat, and
Okay.
my producer at the time, Kendrick Battle. I met him at that Goody Mob show, man. He had kind of took me under his wing. He was taking me out to the studio out in Lawrence, Kansas. And that's where we recorded Creep with a Nigga and Lay Me Down to Sleep.
Okay.
And we put them out in Sound Aquarium, and people was buying them. So then we started shopping them, and we shopped it to Power Records. And at that present time, we got a call back one day, and it was like, hey, we want to put you on Gangsta Pat album. And I was like, man, are you serious? We was just listening to this cat,
Right.
And me and Gangsta Pat, man, we still cool to this day. And he would tell you, like, off that album, man, like the song Creep with a Nigga was the biggest song on that whole album, man. He said they was playing it all through Memphis, all through Georgia. And I never knew how big the song was, man, until when I get a lot of people from overseas, like from Russia and Germany and all these other spots, man, just hitting me up like, man, you Lil Tech, much love, salute. You was the dude that did the Creep with a Nigga song. I had to fight that a lot because a lot of people thought it was Gangsta Pat, that did the song, but it was actually me. But yeah, we shopped that around, man, and that was my first obstacle that I overcame on getting on something that was outside of JC, and for it to go nationwide was like real big to me, And then after that, man, I got signed with Big Game Records, and he worked at Power Records, and he kind of just took me up a little bit higher, man. I started meeting a lot of great artists from there, But the obstacles out there, man, it was just one, being that the city was so small. Being heard out there is very, very, very hard, It's almost like you got to go to a city like Kansas City. I know I rocked out
Wichita
with
or something.
Yeah, Wichita. I know I rocked out with Evil Loke back then. We went out to Topeka and hung out with Evil Loke in Top City, But you have to venture out to some of these spots to get the grounds down, That way these areas will start knowing who you are, But yeah, it was a small obstacle out there, man.
Man, what you're talking about to me is like something that's very important to me as well. Like, I don't burn bridges because you never know when you're going to be able
Real,
to call back
right.
on people. So explain like the importance of relationships with what you're doing right now and even what you did back then.
Relationships is always a plus. Like you said, you don't burn bridges, man. I'm still connected with Diamond G. And he from the jump. And matter of fact, I just talked to Diamond probably like about 3 days ago. We still doing music together. Me and Hash will text every once in a while. Just to check in with people, because you never know, man. Like, I might need to do a show in Denver. Hey, Hash, what's going on out there, bro? What the music scene like? Hey, let's set something up. Hey,
That
Diamond, what's
easy.
going on what's going on in Kansas City? You know what I'm saying? You down in Florida. I got plugs in Atlanta, man. You have to rub these elbows, man, and you can't burn bridges, because you never know who that person might know that might dang gonna clip you in another city when you trying to do something, So it's always positive to keep good relationships, always do good business with people, man. because you never know, man. In the long run, you might need them, in the long run. So
yeah, and that's how I feel about it, man. Like I can go back to people 20 years ago. We still good, you know what I'm saying? Because you just have to keep it 100 with people, and straight like kindergarten, man. Treat people how you want to be treated, man. Like that thing stuck with me, and that's how I've been approaching it, man. We got OG Tech on the Junction City Chronicles. This is book number 6. We need to play some more music, man. We already played Walk Away. What's the next track you want me to play?
You can get on Reflections. Reflections is a real song. That's one of them songs I was telling you about, man. It's very kind of home with me. Real life situations, basically, man, you staring in the mirror, what you see and what you're going through. Pretty dope, man. Got my homeboy Gold Rush on that one too, man. So he did the hook on it. I was honored to have him on the track, especially with his credentials that he has with him, so big salute to Gold Rush, man. So this song right here is Reflections, man.
All right, now.
Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's this I see? Staring right back at me and in my soul. Like, Lord, tell me where did I go wrong? I guess I gotta stop looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, reflection, reflection. Looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, 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 reflection. Staring right back at me.
Dear Lord, all this problem that we dealing with this lifetime, all this killing of our children, leave our mama crying. Late night on my own, man, I drop down. I pray to the Lord and I pray He protect mine. Pour a liquor for my homies that be dead and gone. Rest well, man, I see you at the crossroad. Yeah, I know we all got a time we gotta go, so I live my life to the fullest, stay on grind mode. Lot of wrong in the past, but it made me. Looking in the mirror, looking back at me. All the pain and the suffering and the struggle and the anger and the rage through my eyes, man, that's all I see. But I'm good with my past cause it made me. And I'm thankful for the blessings that He gave me. And I'ma always keep it real with myself, keep it G with myself in this.
Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's this I see? Staring right back at me and in my soul. Like, Lord, tell me where did I go wrong? I guess I gotta stop looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, reflection, reflection. Man in the mirror. Reflection, 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 reflection. Staring right back at me, yeah. Tell me, Father, why we bother with all this drama and all these problems? Too many years living in denial. I'm thinking about how many times I spent my life, Lord. It's starting to look a lot like the end. Yeah, I know that it's coming soon. For the love of the money's the root of all evil. Don't let it take over you. R.I.P. all my souls up there. Hope G.O.D. got you all up there. No life ain't failed. I'ma see when I get there. Watching raindrops as they fall on the concrete under my feet. Looking down at my reflection in the street. Mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's this I see? Staring right back at me and in my soul. Like, Lord, tell me where did I go wrong? I guess I gotta stop looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, reflection, reflection. Man in the mirror. Reflection, 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 reflection. Staring right back at me, yeah.
I hit my knees when I pray at night. The tight grip on the cross off the seat of light. The conversation with the Lord getting deep by day. I'm giving thanks to let me see it every night I pray. I hit the streets cutting corn, I can't wait on time. Money is the issue, so I gotta get mine. A lot of homies like damn for the moves to true. But in a game like this, please believe you lose. I'm sending letters to my homies, can't wait till they free. To keep the mind off of time, I give them something to read. A real nigga I am, and I will not change. I play the cards, I was there and watch the players to play. I put the drawing in the ashtray and blow it the smoke. I pray for changes in the hood, still holding for hope. And little kids serving dope, cause they think it's the way. They think it's cool to sell drugs, rather graduate. Damn.
On the wall, who's this I see? Staring right back at me and in my soul. Like, Lord, tell me where did I go wrong? Guess I gotta start by looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, reflection, reflection. Looking at the man in the mirror. Reflection, 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 reflection. Staring right back at me, yeah.
Say through the hard times, we gon' make it. Say through the hard times, we gon' make it.
Yo, that was Reflections right there from OG Tech. One thing I gotta commend you on, man, like your music, the quality, you know, coming from somebody who is on FM radio and playing music over the airwaves, that quality means everything, man. That music sounds extra, extra crispy. So whoever does your engineering, whoever your team is, man, just let them know I said congrats on that, man. Cause
I sure appreciate it, man. You got to make sure that what you putting out, man, is good quality music. You know, not only does the beat got to be right, the lyrics got to be on point, but it has to be mixed and mastered just right, bro. You can't
that's
just
almost
throw
as
it out.
important as like the message, because if you have a dope song and it's mixed wrong and all you hear is just the beat and the bass, like you don't even hear the words, or you're missing out on certain parts of the song that you know what it is, man. Like, that's a major thing right there. So artists out there, please make sure that you take the time to invest in the studio and your engineering, get everything mixed and mastered properly. Make sure you guys get clean edits for your songs too, because I had to learn this the hard way, man. I have a whole CD and I got like 3 clean songs on that CD, man. My auntie, not even my auntie, I'm sorry, my cousin was talking like how my nephews and nieces wanted to listen to me, but they couldn't even listen to the album because I'm over there cussing up the storm. So just make sure you have clean edits just for the radio and reasons like that. You know, like we might be out DJing and hosting like we did a children's Glazers, a children's museum event not too long ago. So you never know where we're going to be at, where we might want to show love to you too. So
real talk. I'm definitely going to have some in your email.
Just a note for all the artists out there already, man. And like I said, man, I show love, so we'll make sure. I've been doing Junction City editions of I have a little segment called the Tampa Bay Watch where we play 4 tracks every episode from independent artists out here. That way, you know, get away from the mainstream, let people know that there's really talent out here. But I've had probably 5 Junction City editions of that, man. So I show love, bro, like all the time.
That's real.
Man.
That's how it got to be, bro. That's exactly how it got to be.
You got to, man. So let me see here, man. This is JC Chronicles, book number 6. OG Tech is in the building, man. I know what I want to talk about. Let's talk about Unity Clothing.
Oh, you did some homework.
I had to do a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you know, Unity Clothing, something me and the wife came up with, man. So I've been repping 1T1M for a long time, and you know, when I started that, it became a movement. It been.
What does that mean for the people out there that don't know? Because I was going to ask you about that too.
Oh, 1 team, 1 mission.
Okay.
It's something that we have always represented, meaning that we're trying to bring everybody together with. It's one team, and our mission is to, you know, march together. We networking together. We doing music together, and everybody's like, "Man, you got shirts? You got shirts?" I'm like, "No, I ain't got no shirts." So when I finally threw it on the shirt and took a picture, posted on Facebook, everybody was asking for a shirt. So like a year later, me and the wife was sitting down and we started investing in stuff, man. We got like the screen printing machine, we got the heat press, the Cricut and all that stuff, and we just started pressing it up, and we came up with our own clothing line, man. Unity Clothing Line, black owned, and it's special because we do each shirt, bro. That's the part that makes it special to me, man. Because when we sitting in here and we peeling off the vinyl and we pressing, and then we send it out, and I see somebody send a picture back, man. That shit just dope to me, bro.
It's a whole nother hustle, a whole nother stream of revenue right there too, man.
Right.
And plus for branding, like y'all making your own shirts whenever you need to, like that's huge, man.
Yeah, man. So it's real cool, and plus Unity, you know, unifying everybody, bro. You know, so we got different shirts, 1T1M. We got one Unity standing as one. We got Thug Status Entertainment shirts. We doing, man, we just had our order for a onesie for babies. You know, I mean, it's just amazing how many people are on this movement, man. So it really means a lot to both of us, man. So, you know,
Have
big
y'all started
salute.
making face masks yet?
Hey, that's coming soon. Coming
All
real
right.
soon.
All
That's the
right.
big thing we got to get to next, the face
Yeah.
mask.
Put that logo on there and go to work, boy. I'm
Go
telling
to
you.
work, brother. That's free advertising right there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
along with the shirt, you know, so.
Mm-hmm. Straight up, man. Now I love that, man, because it's like just from my experience, you know what I'm saying? Like I started off rapping, being a hip
Mhm.
hop artist, and then I got the opportunity to host a night. And I ran with that and ended up hosting a show that's 6 years old now, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
for performances. And that opened up a door from us working in Tampa to also working in St. Pete. So, you know, we had two
Right.
different venues across the bay from each other, which opened up the door for the radio and such and such and such. So you can't just keep everything in one box, man. You got to be versatile and
Oh
and, and
yeah,
and be able
man.
to adapt and adjust to the game too, man. Like if the game is moving this way and you're not already, you know, knowledgeable that way, or at least moving that direction a little bit, then you're already behind the times, man.
Right. That's real. That's real,
Yeah,
man. I just love doing my own merch, man. You know, you want merch, hit me up. I'll get you right, man, and
easy.
we'll send it right out, man. You know, we got our website, um, uh, u-nity.clothingline.com. You go there, man. You can get everything that we wear. You know, the 1T, 1Ms. We definitely coming up with a female clothing line also. So we're trying to get everything out there, man. Yeah.
Have y'all been making any shirts for the Black Lives Matter movement at all?
Oh yeah. Got that, man. We got a few shirts up there. You go up there, you can click on the BLM tab at the top. It'll take you right there to it. So
Nice. How is that movement going on where you're at right now, man? Like, are y'all protesting up there, or what's going on up there?
yeah, it is definitely moving. Um, you see a lot of people out in the city, you know, doing their thing. You see a lot of the signs in the yard. You see a lot of people wearing it. You know, it's good to see that people are woke now. You know, I think my next thing that I really want to get people to really touch on is not only do we need to focus on the racism and the police brutality, you know, we got to also clean up our backyard with the black on black crimes and the killing. You know what I'm saying? We can't sweep that under the rug while we're trying to get this done over here. You know, I
Hmm.
just feel like we kind of got to get all this under control at once. And you know, I think when we do that, man, this movement will be big as hell because I know BLM was only created, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, was only directed for the racism and the police brutality. You know, I just think it could be a bigger movement, man, and we can just grab all that. You know, we
Yeah.
put it all together and then we just march because we got to get in these communities with these kids. You know, a couple of weeks ago in Chicago, man, we had like 104 people get shot. Just last week over 4th of July, I think 74 people got shot down there in Atlanta,
I think
man.
I
They was
saw like
acting up.
8 kids or something.
Yeah, 8 kids got killed. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, 8 kids got killed. Yeah. And you know, we have to stop that, bro. And we have to get in the mentality of that, you know, especially with the younger generation, man. We got to teach them that we are kings and queens, man. We got to learn
Yeah.
how to love each other, bro, you know, and we got to learn how to help each other, bro. You know, we can't always think um that we're a threat amongst each other. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We got to cut that thought process out. You know, you can get the Hispanics, man. They a unit, bro. They march. You know, they can get in the house, man. They be about 10 of them. They all stack they bread and then they move on. You know what I'm saying? We got to be on the same.
Yep.
We got to get on that same thought process, bro. We got to learn how to love us for one, and then we gotta learn how to, you know, us as men being our age, man, we got to start talking to these kids, you know, getting their mind right, you know, so they can
That's
go
why I
out
seen
here
that
and,
name change, man. I know people call me Unc now, and at first
yeah.
I was like Unc, and I was like looking in the mirror. I was like, damn, I've been out of high school 20 years now. I got white hairs like I say, so
Yeah,
it's Unc right now.
yeah. So we gotta really reach out, man, and grab the youth. I'm doing a little stuff for the youth also. Actually, I'm supposed to be putting something together for young adults. you know, and grab them together, man, and just talk to them. You know, you don't want to kind of preach it into them. You want to hear what their thoughts is. You know, you want to see what they're going through and understand it, because once you understand it, then you can try to help correct it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm making small steps. Like Nipsey Hussle said, the marathon continues, bro. So we gonna keep it going, bro. Real talk.
Were you a Nipsey fan?
I was and is.
Man, where were you at when Nipsey passed? So I remember exactly where I was at.
I was actually at the house when I heard about it. Yeah, and it was it fucked me up, man, because hearing that, I mean, lately we've been hearing a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the only, it's a lot of rappers that I hear and I'm like, damn, man, you know, Nipsey hit me, man, I got chills. I remember being in Lawrence, Kansas in the studio, man, when Tupac died. And they like cut my whole session, bro. And they said Pac died. And I was like, man, stop playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just the things that man was doing at a young age, bro, and his mind, his thought process, bro, and just to hear that was crazy, bro. That was crazy, man. Yeah, that
I was on the beach eating dinner with my wife and one of her bridesmaids and my daughter, and I have TMZ on my phone, like the app, because a lot of people don't like TMZ, but TMZ does not report bullshit. So every time I see something come through TMZ, I know it's real. So that's why I have to keep it on there. I'm reading up like Nipsey got shot. I was like, oh shit. I was like, somebody got Nipsey. I was like, man, I hope he can survive. By the time we were done eating, Nipsey was gone, man. And I can't bring myself to watch the footage. Like, I don't watch footage of niggas getting killed no more, bro. Once you've seen it happen in front of you, like, you don't really need to see it again. You know what I'm saying? So, but Nipsey, man, like, since I've been a Nipsey fan probably since like 2012, but I didn't know how much of a fan I was until after he passed away.
After he passed away, yeah.
And then especially now, because I'm at a different stage in life now. You know, like I'm a father, and I'm doing all this other stuff. So some of his words from back then, you know, sink in even more now. So yeah, man. That's...
And them bullets, man, them bullets, man, they ain't no joke, bro. You know, I done been shot, and that shit ain't no joke, bro. It ain't like those Terminator movies, man. You know how the moms get shot about 20 times and they still be walking in. You know, when I got shot,
shit.
man,
that ain't how it works.
Yeah, when I got hit, bro, it wasn't good. I got hit on an attempted robbery, so
shit, that happened not too long ago, right? Like a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was about five, maybe 6 years ago, man. Attempted robbery. Somebody jumped in my whip. I had just got my car, man. Look, bro, I had got me a Magnum, man. I had some 22s on that bitch, and I pulled in the neighborhood that I used to stay in. I'm like, okay, I'm good here, you know. And I went to the back because my speaker wasn't working, so I'm messing with the speakers. I get back in. I wasn't thinking of hitting the locks on the door, man. I'm like, shit, man. I'm basically in my backyard, you know.
Right.
And the passenger door opened. And somebody came in and I saw the gun come across. I'm like, man, what the fuck? He was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I don't know, man. I was superhero that night, bro. And so I'm grabbing the hand and I'm pushing it back. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, nigga, no. So he was a little bigger, so he leaned up. And when he leaned up, the hand slipped and the guns like fell on my stomach, bro. And that nigga squeezed on me. And when he squeezed on me, he took off. And I sat there for a minute because I had to gather my thoughts, man. My ears was ringing. He took off. And I was like, damn, man, I ain't got no heat. He took off. I was like, man, if I call the police, it could take a little bit. So I just dipped in the ride because I didn't know if the nigga was going to try to come back. So, man, I'm driving down. I'm doing like 90, man, on the road.
Trying to get to the hospital.
And I was riding 90 on the road that I got a ticket twice on for going 5 miles over the speed limit. Nobody was there, no police, no nothing. So I'm balling. By the time I get to the hospital, this little Hispanic guy come out. He's like, hey, you need help? I was like, yeah. It's like, bro, I just got shot. So I'm in there trying to grab all my shit. You know, I'm grabbing my phone, I'm grabbing like my papers and all this other stuff, man. And I had passed out, bro. When I woke up, I was in the back of the hospital, bro. You know. So yeah, that was a reality check. You know what I'm saying? So, blessed to be here on that one, bro.
Man.
Yeah, that
And
was
it's sad,
reality,
man,
bro.
because like I feel like we the only people that have to go through this type of shit, man. Like
Right.
I don't know like white folks have. I mean, I know white folks get carjacked, but not from people of your own in your own community at your own house. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, man. Like I feel like we the only demographic that has to worry about that shit, man. But it's way deeper than everything, man.
You know what's funny though?
Man,
'Cause, you know, I suffer from PTSD from that shit, right? So here's the
I'm
funny
sure.
part. So when I had when I used to go and talk to a psychiatrist, so this dude came in, this white dude, man, he was like, I'm already don't want to be there. He's like, yeah, you know, I really can't relate to what you've been through, but the closest thing that I could really say is that my sister had her purse snatched. I was like, for real? And I got up and walked out, bro. I was like, man, what I'm gonna be sitting here paying you for, man? You can't relate to me. You know what I'm saying? Your sister had her purse snatched. Man, I just got shot, bro.
Like
You know
you
what I'm
can
saying? I
hold that
got two
shit,
holes
man.
in
Like
my
ain't
body.
nobody trying to hear that shit.
I got shot in the front and I got two holes in my body. You talking about a purse snatch? Man, come on, bro.
It's just one of them things, man. Like if you don't know, you don't know. You can't relate, and I think that's the problem with the whole country right now. Because
Right.
people that think that racism isn't there because they don't see it. Racism been there, subtle as hell.
Been
It's
there. Yeah.
undercover. It's just now we have cameras and everything, so people are filming and putting it out there. But this ain't nothing
Mm-hmm.
new for me or for you. Like we've been avoiding cops for decades now. I'm
For
sure. You know what I'm saying?
decades,
Like
bro.
we had
Oh,
that
yeah.
talk when we was like 5 or 6 years old, probably. So
Yeah.
it's just but man, yeah, I'm glad you're good, bro. Like for real.
Appreciate it, bro.
I want to talk about the PTSD part of it though, man, because I don't really have too many people talk about like mental health, and it's a main thing in the minority community, man. Like I actually
Right.
did an event with my brother, Big Business. It's been about 2 years now, but we did like a hip hop slash R&B mental health type of event out here in Tampa, man. Like, how did you know you needed help?
One, my drinking picked up. Two, when I be in my car and people start walking up to my car, because I got shot in my car. When people walk up to my car, I get real fidgety. You know what I'm saying? And I had started cussing people out for walking up. You know, I know a couple times, man. People, hey, you got some change, you got some money, and I start cussing them. I'm like, look, man, get the fuck away from my car. You know what I'm saying? And then I started riding a little bit more heavy with them things in the car. And I knew then, that I really needed to talk to somebody, bro. And mental health is a crazy disease, man, that a lot of people don't. And I say this all the time, man, that people really don't know what somebody going through behind their four walls. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what challenges they're going through, on a day-to-day basis.
You only know what they show you.
That's it. They had me on like some anxiety pills to calm me down. I mean, it was bad, bro. Like when we had meetings at my job, and if I had to sit like near the front row and I had people behind me, because I never found out who shot. You know what I'm saying? It's win, but you can't go off win. I need to know that name so to stick. But man, I used to just get up and walk out of meetings, bro. And my boss, he understood, so he ain't really hold nothing against me with it. But it was just like people walking behind me, somebody coming too close to me, because by that time, man, when I got shot, everybody was a suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I didn't know. I cut the town of Durham. I'm in Durham, North
Anybody
Carolina.
can get it.
Anybody, bro. I cut everybody off in Durham. Even to this day, man, I still have little, I might jump about my sleep, about 2, 3 in the morning, or somebody walking behind me. I just tell them politely, look, man, you can't walk that close to me. I suffer with PTSD. Just kind of, step back a little bit, or I just step to the side and let them go past. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, the life that I'm living right now. I'm a normal person. Don't get me wrong. It's just little things that kind of
all day, man.
set
And
me
that's
off,
what
man.
some people need to understand, man. Like you can ask for help and you still gonna be the same person, man. Like
same person.
it's just if you don't ask for help, that's when the problem ensues.
Right. I've had some long nights, man, especially combos with the wife. you know, a couple of the homies, you know, and we'll just sit up and just chat, you know. One thing that I really didn't want to continue doing, man, was kind of hide myself, drowning myself in liquor, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because no matter how much liquor or weed or whatever you do, you put on top of that, man, when you wake up and you sober, that problem's still gonna be sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Very true.
you really got to learn how to cope and deal with it with yourself, man. And once you can self-meditate on it and find different ways to kind of maneuver that path for making yourself feel comfortable, making your life easier, things will start panning itself out, you know. So yeah, it's real, bro. You know, that's why I feel for a lot of the soldiers, man, that go overseas to these wars, man. You know, I'm thinking for their service, you know,
Mhm.
because things that they see and they go through, bro. I've been shot one time, but you know, these guys out there, man, they getting it in, you know.
I
So
seen pictures of like what really goes on over there, and yeah, some of the sights that these cats have seen, man, it's gonna stick with them forever, dog.
yeah,
Like for real. Like I seen like one of my friends got killed in front of me in college, so like that's gonna stick with me forever. But I'm
right.
talking like people's heads blown off and limbs missing, and yeah, the shit
That shit, it's crazy,
that shit
bro.
real, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you for talking about that with me, man. Thank you for being
Oh, no
open.
problem, bro.
For
No
real. Like
problem,
I
man.
appreciate like I don't really get a chance to talk to many people about things like this. So like when I do, it's like I have to ask you because
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
people need to hear this, man. And what you're telling me, somebody else is gonna hear this and it's gonna benefit them too, man. So
right.
straight up, man. I want to get back into the music. With the whole pandemic and everything, how has that affected like your moves in the music, like the industry and like what you're trying to do and things of that nature?
It kind of slowed us up. 'Cause, you know, I usually shoot a lot of my videos down in Atlanta.
Hmm.
My wife, man, you know, she got a camera. I might get her to try to shoot some angles, but like my guy that I really use is down in Atlanta. And when that shit really hit, it was like, you know, you can't go down there right now. So it kind of prolonged that, you know, that video, that visual you want to give somebody for my
Hmm.
project, I can't do it right now, you know. And then I got my own studio, but going to studio sometimes on certain songs, like especially songs that I got a lot of features on that I might have paid for, you know,
Hmm.
they shut down. So I wasn't able to go there. So it kind of hurt a little bit and it slowed up the process because my album was supposed to have been out in June. Um, and now it's like August is gonna come out, you know, but it is what it is.
Yeah. What have you been doing to like interact with your fans and stuff in the meantime? I know we've
Oh
all had
man.
to adjust.
Oh yeah, man. Facebook. I'm getting used to this Instagram. Man, I still ain't got Twitter down yet, but you know, I'm trying to maneuver between the three. I might go live here and there and just update them, you know, just share my new album covers and all that good stuff. So, and right now I'm just getting back into the interviews, you know. So you the first person that I interviewed with to
That's
help
what's up.
promote this album. And you know, I got one coming up on Thursday and then I got one next week. So it's starting to pick up to try to get this album, the momentum of it up, and then we can kind of like drop it on that date, man, and just hope everybody goes and pick it up, you know.
One thing I'm huge on doing all these events I've done in my time and music and all this other stuff is graphics.
Right.
So when I see your covers and all that stuff, man, I appreciate that as well because I've been seeing some bootleg ass flyers out
Oh
here,
man, bruh.
flyers that are misspelled, all
Yeah,
that shit, man. But the phone pictures I can't do all that shit, bro. Like, so thank you for
yeah,
investing in your brand and the
no
image
problem, bro. Yeah,
because
yeah,
that
and
bugs the fuck out of me.
yeah, that goes back to what you were saying, man. You got to invest in yourself. You know, just
Hmm.
like the mix and mastering, man. You got to make sure the cover's right. You know, my homeboy 29 did that one. The Walk Away cover, um, it was a graphic artist from Brain Sick record label, and he hooked that up. So, you know, I always want my covers to be fresh. Always, they got to be fresh
Yeah.
because it's representing me. You know, so I can't have no bullshit, bro. You know, I've seen some covers out there that look like some bullshit, but you know,
Man, I can show you some right now, man. I'll be screenshotting them. I screenshot them. I send it to my graphic designer, like, yo, you see this bullshit? Like,
Like straight, and these cats playing big money for them too, man. Like they spending like $100 on these covers, bro. And I'm like, man, some of these cartoons.
If I'm paying money, I gotta get something that I'm happy with.
Right.
And I have no problem telling a graphic designer to go back and do it again if I'm paying money.
I do it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
I seen some of these people doing these cartoon covers now, man, and I'm like, bro, shit don't look right, bro. You need to go tell him to go back to the drawing board, bro. Like straight up, so.
Yeah, I got one more track here from you I want to play. So set up this song, Life Ain't Easy, for me.
Yeah, man. Life ain't easy, man. It's just talking about just life in general. These kids out here, man, and growing up and watching their family, like mom and dad argue and then they split, get involved in like gang violence and selling drugs and stuff, man. They got my homeboy on point on that one too, and it's a damn good song, man. So OG Tech featuring On Point, Life Ain't Easy, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a big Beats production.
Yeah, for the world. As we take this journey through life, we have our ups and downs, trials and tribulations, life and death. Nobody never knows the struggle and the suffering that anybody goes through behind four walls. Never know.
This Lord forgive me for my sins. I'm throwing my hands in and see my life will build like a maze, won't turn to dead end. Yeah, my people suffering, kids they crying, generation growing up and on their mind is dying. How can you blame the youth for their violent crime? Only doing what they seeing straight through their starving eyes. Survival is a must in this jungle that we live in. Streets full of animals, nobody know what safe is. No, and these kids having kids, single parent home. Not only dad leaving, mom leaving home, and the kids in their own world, in their own zone, trying to figure out why their mom and dad don't get along. So they trying to find love, man, in the wrong places. Introduced to the streets, gang crime, and the paper chasing. Now tell me when it's gonna stop. Is it the body count or how many caskets drop? Yeah, same thing. Knowing the life ain't easy. Praying every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain head held to the sky. I hit my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. It's the same thing. Knowing the life ain't easy. Praying every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain head held to the sky. I hit my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. Yeah.
I wake up daily praying that I don't get killed today. Look at me playing, getting hit with bullet ricochets. Shit's a shame, trying to show my youngins it's a different way than 211s, posting on the block and whipping cane. Traffic politicians pushing weight across the borderlines, and all I'm really trying to do is work some overtime. My pain is heavy, so I struggle with a sober mind. I fear walking out my crib without that 45. It's cold how they shot my cousin, now we paralyzed. Fiends keep on dropping needles that ain't sterilized. Terrified is what you be seeing through my pair of eyes. They always trying to blame my people when in error rise. They racist, done dealing with the same shit. They idolize rappers out here writing statements. That's how it is when you come up in a hard place. They shot that man up with his daughters out in broad day.
Same thing, knowing life ain't easy. Praying every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain head held to the sky. I hit my knees to the Lord just to let my feelings out. It's the same thing, knowing life ain't easy. Praying every night to the Lord, please believe. My chain head held to the sky. I hit my knees.
All right, man. That was Life Ain't Fair by the OG Tech. I like OG Tech, man. That thing kind of fits, bro. Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah,
bro.
damn right. All three of y'all, like Birdman said.
Straight up. Man, I want to know, you still got the underground independent radio show?
Man, so me and Bugs, man, we got 24/7 hip hop radio. The thing that we have, man, we was going through Spreaker, and we was like, look, we got to evolve with the time. So let's just do it on Facebook. But Facebook, man, you get to playing songs, and people got these, they monetize their songs and copyrights. I mean, we'll get about 20 minutes in our song and we get clipped.
Yeah,
so,
I know it all too well.
What we're trying to do now, what we was trying to do is we realized it was hard taking people from social media and bringing them to a website like Spreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So what we was trying to do this go around was like, okay, since everybody is already on social media, let's just keep it there, and maybe we can get more, more people to stream it. So now what we realize is we're gonna have to probably go back because Facebook, man, they clip. And I ain't mad at the artists because the artists getting paid. They want to make sure nobody ain't that's all
This
1,000.
is like a problem of mine. I have all the damn time. It's cool. Right. But I'm not trying to get paid off the shit, so let the shit slide. Let me do what I need to do.
Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like straight up. So we're gonna go back. I think we're gonna go back to Spreaker. We're gonna try to find something that's close to it. And then we're gonna crank it back up. But at one time, man, we had that thing, we had it jumping, for a while. And that's when we was just doing strictly Spreaker. But now we're having to regroup. Because now we got to get all these people that used to listen to us. Now we got to tell them, hey, look, we're going to go back this way now.
Yeah.
So now they're going to be like, oh, shit, you're going to bring us back here now? So, but with time, man, we can get everybody back over. So, yeah, we still doing it, man.
I've had to do it myself, man. When we switched from being a podcast to FM radio, we had to switch all that stuff over. So I know exactly. We're on Spreaker right now. And Spreaker seems to be pretty good for me, but the one I've been reading a lot about, Buzzsprout.
Okay.
So Google that and see whatever it's about. But I'm personally on Spreaker, and how
Spreaker
I know.
Real
I have it all lined up. I update all the stuff, put the logo on there, whatever. It'll be good.
So do they still got the chat on there where you could chat with the people? Because I know on the old platform of Spreaker, you can sit there and people will come in and you can chat with everybody while you're doing your show,
I'm pretty sure we do, but I don't do the show live on Spreaker because we do it on the FM radio, and then we upload it like the day afterwards to Spreaker and all the other stuff it goes to. So, but I know when we were doing, I'm pretty sure it still has that chat feature.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, bro. But man, before we get up out of here, give the people your social media information. And let them know anything you need to let them know, man.
All right, so I told y'all, man, I'm trying to get this Instagram and Twitter, but I think it's it's at Lil Tech the Don for Instagram, at Lil Tech the Don on Twitter. You can look me up on Facebook at Chris OG Tech May. You can look up my pages, Lil Tech the Underground Music Show. We also have 24/7 Hip Hop Radio. Man, big shout out to you, man, for giving me the interview, man. I've always been sitting in your seat for the last few years doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird being interviewed sometimes.
It is, man. Like I'm sitting here, like, I'm geeked up right now because, like, damn, I ain't been on this side in so long, man. I was telling my homeboy On Point that, man. But my shout outs, man. I want to give you a shout out. I want to give my homeboy On Point, Down Pat, Hash, Weasel, the whole Junction City, man. Everybody that's here in North Carolina, man, in the Bull City, down to Atlanta, Augusta, everybody worldwide, especially everybody that's overseas that support Lil Tech, formerly known as Lil Tech, OG Tech. My album's gonna be coming out in the next few weeks. The single should be out by the end of this week. Just know I'm working, man. I'm seriously working. I've been behind the scenes so long, man. It's time for me to get back out there, man. Me and you got to get on the track, man. I know you say you got one more album, man.
It's still there.
I'm gonna get you on this 3-part album, man. I'm gonna definitely shoot you something over so you can jump on it, man. Cause
come on with it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely send that over to you. Probably give me a couple days. And I'll have something in your email, man. I'm trying to get everybody.
Y'all hear this, man? Not only have we played exclusives tonight, he's trying to get your boy out of retirement. On top of that,
oh yeah, man.
I'm with it, man.
Because I retired. I hung up 23. I came back. Now before I hang up 45, man, I'm trying to get everybody that I can, man. So big straight up to everybody, man. So yeah.
Nah, man. I want to say just thank you for taking time out to talk with me tonight, man. Like this is well, the thing about this, man, like I've been talking to people from the town and everything, which has been cool. Like going into it, I had an idea what it was going to be, but it's always ended up being more. Like each book has always ended up being more than what I thought it would be. And I've just been having amazing conversations with people, man. So thank you for taking time out to talk with me and, you know, play some new music and all this stuff too, man. And it's really good to see you, bro. Like, it's been a long time, man. So
it's been a minute, bro.
You know, the fact that we're still kicking it, you know, we're still up, we still look active, we still look the same, man. Like, that's one of the things that you got to commend, man. You got to give people the roses while we still here. You know, right. we still making things happen, bro.
Hell yeah, man. That's real talk, man. Big salute, homie. Real talk.
Straight up, bro. So yeah, this is the JC Chronicles. That was book number 6 with OG Tech. He already gave you guys the social media information. We ran through some of the songs as well. And anything you guys missed, man, the webpage is right here, www.tone-capone.com. I spelled Capone with a K, so if you spell it with a C, you will not see me. So please make sure you spell it correctly. The radio show Waves of the Bay, this is my little side project, but we're live, FM radio 88.5 in Tampa every Saturday night from 10 to midnight. And on my webpage, if you guys just hit the Waves of the Bay logo, whatever platform you guys use for your podcast, we're going to be right there for you too. So just look us up. And once again, Tech, man, it's good seeing you, bro. Keep everything moving. And once you guys get the clean edits, just send it over to me. And whatever I can do to help you out, I'm here for you. And, you know, it's all love, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. When I get that During the Wait album, man, I'm going to definitely want to reach back out, man. So, you know, I can promote that too, man. So big salute.
We can do some things, bro. Straight up, man. All right, be easy out there, bro. Stay safe.
All right, homie.
All right, boy. Peace.
This is Tone Capone
and DJ Spaceship.
And Saturday nights from 10 to midnight, we bring you Waves of the Bay. Right here on WMNF 88.5 Tampa.
With the hottest interviews, the hottest music.
You can submit your music for the Tampa Baywatch segment at wavesofthebayradio@gmail.com or follow us on all social media at Waves of the Bay.
Every Saturday, 10 to 12. Make sure you come and ride the wave.
Yes, sir.